Second response. It's November 17th. It's a Wednesday. Full day. I wrote a little bit about it already. And after I wrote about it, I decided to go ahead and do what I was thinking about doing to help sort out and work out some things. Exercise those demons, you know? And I haven't arrived at any conclusions or come up with any new ideas besides, just continuing. Yeah. I'll continue to do what I know how to do. And the rest of it, as things come up that I don't know how to do, I'll work on it. I'll figure it out. I have that ability. It's crazy. Though I might get frustrated or, in a bad mood sometimes. That happens too. But somehow I just bounce back. I don't know. I won't say I'm indomitable, but I don't know. I'm working on it. But, sweat. Oh, my arch nemesis. It's going to get the better of me. My fatal flaw. Sweat in the eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to take myself so seriously. And the world. So, So, I had a good run. The bells tolled noon as I was concluding. And I did a solid 55-55. So, and I hadn't run for a couple days. So it was a good outing. It warmed up today. Enough that, broke a good sweat. And felt good. Everything's cooperating as far as physiology goes. Knees and feet and ankles, tendons and ligaments and bones and blood. Everything working in a coordinated effort to produce a result of a good run. So, and I had fun. So anyway, this is a second response, but I don't know exactly what I'm responding to. I've read it. I watched it once, and I read it twice. And I'll need to read it again because before I go and do what I do. Or maybe I'll just write from my impression, because I sometimes do that too, like the feeling. But then I wonder, it's like, am I remembering the feeling, or I'm remembering the memory of the feeling, or remembering the memory of the memory? And it gets, diluted, and I get disillusioned, and then it's like, what am I even responding to? And I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I don't know, because it's all coming, from me, and everything's an accumulation. It's all additive. It's all accumulated, and nothing goes to waste. It's a conservation of energy, a conservation of thought, a conservation of motion and emotion, and it's pretty cool. And I really, some of these, I know I talk a lot and I make a lot of these, but sometimes it's like I really would like, it'd be nice if some of them, but I have no way of pinning them to say this at this time, this is, so it's just like you'd have to know, and because a lot of it's just fluff and just me talking about boring stuff, and it might not be interesting at all. But there's some stuff, but I think it helps me translate it out into the open, so then later I can put it down into a more palatable form, which is more suitable, because for me this makes sense. This is easy. This is convenient for me. It doesn't require me to do much besides just sit down and start talking, which it appears I have a knack for when it's just this, and I don't feel self-conscious. Apparently this is quite private, even though this is being stored and then uploaded to the entire planet. But I don't think about that, because no one can find this. It seems. I don't think so. It seems very private. Either that, or it's like, I don't know. No one cares. That's probably the safest bet. My anonymity is completely safe because I don't advertise, and no one. How would anybody know to look for what they're not looking for? So. And so the only pause I give myself is when putting my alias out there, and anybody just randomly just click and just poof, transported. This is my home. What are you doing in my home? Get out. Leave now. Don't watch and don't comment. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of this is and where I'm going with this, but it's safe because I'm far enough into the video that I can say whatever I want and no one will ever hear it. And I'll probably never even watch it, so. Anyway, I've said that enough. But this is the second response. And I will be doing a concerted, choreographed, elaborative response at a later time. Just not now, just not yet. I'm just not sure what it's going to be composed of, what the composition will entail. I have things to do first. Not that it isn't important, and it is. I've mentioned many things many times before. I just don't know what gets through, what passes by the filters. Or I could just be, just talking to myself for all I know. I do consider that from time to time. That maybe everything that I'm doing, all my effort, all my emotion, all my investment is just, it's good practice for me. But it's like, am I just like, I try not to think about that. I try to just believe. The tangibilities are, I don't know. It's pretty scary. But, so is a mortal life. So it's best not to think about those things. All the things that could happen, but don't. I'll just enjoy my time while it's here. Because I don't know how much time I have. I have more time than I used to. And I keep making more. Because I keep making better decisions, better choices. And I still make mistakes. But I'm making better mistakes. And I can even live with some of my mistakes. And I can even like some of my mistakes. Because they help me learn what I need to learn for later. Because I don't know what happens later. And part of what I wrote earlier today was, and I've said before, that I am not fearless. I just have less fear. And I'm not worryless. I just have less worry. And I'm not stressless. I just have less stress than I used to. I still have all these things. Same with flaws. Oh my goodness. I am not flawless. I still have a lot of flaws. That was a joke, apparently. That was a stretch. So just leave it alone. Never mind. I do have a sense of humor, I swear. And I also, apparently, I have a great sense of sarcasm, but it doesn't come across very well in word form. I don't have a chance to exhibit it very well. And it's like, oh, I would love to post more publicly some of my but it's spontaneous and I can't plan on it. So, it just doesn't work. But I do get told often enough that I must sort of believe it, that I have an interesting way of thinking, and I am, highly entertaining is a word that I've heard used. I don't mean to be, but it's just when I get going about stuff and I just am excited or energetic or angry, then I can just start. I don't know. I was on one today. I was in a good mood. My thoughts were in some sort of order. I was focused. I was thinking. So I hope this second response, I hope it finds home in some way, that nothing's being ignored, everything's being taken with consideration and care and sensitivity. Nothing's going to be perfect. And it's like the longer it goes, it's like I feel like it has to be better. And I want it to be good. And I want it to say what I mean. But I don't know what I mean. I've already said I thought a lot. And I am glad that I've said everything that I've meant to say at the time when I said it. And all those times that I've said everything that I meant to say, I meant it then. And it still holds true today. Everything. And it just continues to, accumulate. It hasn't gone anywhere. I just keep adding. And sometimes I'm afraid that I'm adding too much. And and by adding, I'm taking away. So it's like sometimes I think I should just stand back and let things be. And it's like I am here. I don't think I'm really. Sometimes I question, and I try not to question. It's like I have no idea. Well, I can't say. I really just can't, because I don't know the person. I have never met them. I have never spoken to them. This is all just writing, and this is different. So I'm treating it very seriously, because I don't want to mess it up, and I'm afraid I already have. Multiple instances. Of course, I don't think I could have done anything differently, because I didn't know what I know now. And what do I think I don't even, and what do I know now? I don't know what I know now. But it's like the more I learn, the less I know. Because the only thing I learn is how, like the more you learn about the nature of something, you learn how much more there is to know, and how little one actually does already know. So it's like, start investigating any topic, and all of a sudden what you thought you knew is minuscule in comparison to the volumes of what there is to learn. So just, I don't know what I mean to say. It means I want to know more. I would like to learn more. And I don't know. But like I said, I hope everything's okay. I'll have to read it again. I might have to even watch it again, or listen to it again. There was something there. Has me worried. Just a little bit. I'm not sure why. Might be my imagination. It's hard to say. I imagine a lot. Oh, but I did want to mention one thing. As I was taking my short nap last night, late night, early morning to wake up to go to work this morning, if that even made sense. It was like an hour and a half nap after getting back from the meeting at Nineveh. I did have a dream with them. I don't remember it now. I didn't have time to record it or really think about it, but they were there. It was a presence, and I don't remember much more than that, but they were close. I think I was sharing my thoughts. I think I was trying to compose a response to their video, to them directly, in my dream. And like being confused about this or that or something or other. I don't remember. But I was having fun. Or I was thoroughly engaged in interacting with the elements. So, and then when I saw that later in another location about let them know when, it's like, yeah, I just did. Yeah. That's where that spooky action at a distance comes in. It's like, dang. Of course, you keep saying this sort of thing over and over again. Eventually it's going to be true. Now that whole telepathy thing, it's like, is that just connection or just, I don't know, or just similar? I think we think alike. I think we think a lot alike and experience the world in very similar ways. Maybe not entirely. We come from very different backgrounds and cultures that have trained us to think in different ways. And I know I've been raised in a way that's entirely different culture and values, and who knows. But still, at the end of it, even with all those differences, still thinking in a very similar way, same kinds of ways, same patterns and wanderings. But anyway, I think their sense of humor is different. I don't know. I think they're more comfortable with their sense of humor. And they seem, I don't know. This is why I would like to get to know them better. And I think they're, if I had to guess, I think, and I've said it before, I think they're afraid to be gotten to know better. As I think they don't think that upon further getting to know them, that they are as likable as what I think they are, or as I think they already are. But they don't give themselves enough credit. And they're afraid that if I get to know them better, I won't like them as much. That's a simpler way to put it. It's possible, but there's no way to find out. And so it's like you're gonna face that with anything, everything, anyone, everywhere, all the time. But it's like, and the same goes for me. It's like, this is why it's like I put these together. It's like I want people to see me. I want them to see me as I am, so they have an informed opinion of me. So upon rejection, it's like I want it to be an informed rejection. Good, thank you. Okay, this is how. Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure you got to know me a little bit before just outright rejecting me. It's like the sound of my voice might be annoying for whatever reason, or just my mannerisms, or the way I talk or move, or it could be any number of things. still am, and I must remind myself. Not that I have to remind myself very much, but I'm having, this is, if I weren't having, you know, fun, or like finding value, benefit, learning, then I would have lost interest, lost attention, wandered off, found, I don't know what people do. But I like the conversation that I'm having, even though it's atypical, unconventional conversation. I still like it. And no one can really say much about that. And no one knows about it, though, too. I keep, I don't, I'm very private. So I keep to myself. I don't know why. Well, I do. It's just my way of being. So, and no, I'm not asking anybody, out there to approve of it, or to validate it, or to like it, or to tell me it's okay. It is how I am. And I've only just begun to just accept myself as I am and begin to wear my own skin. And and see where it takes me. The potential and the promises, the essence and the essentials. The absolute value. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I need to go take a shower. My hair is sticking into knots. That's one thing I haven't figured out yet, is like, I guess it's just, I'll figure it out. But one of these days I'll have to get a haircut, I imagine. And it's like, what do I even tell them? It hasn't been cut in 2.5 years. We're all approaching, well, not quite, 2.25 years, since I quit smoking back in September of 2019. I'm still proud of that. I'm more proud of quitting smoking than I am, quitting drinking. Because quitting drinking, I didn't have to do. In a way, it just kind of was. Yeah, that's a whole story that I'm not going into. This story, anybody they know, everybody knows. So, anyway, I have so much more to say, but this has gone on for enough time, and I've got to go. Take a shower, and then get some food, and then sleep, and then go pick up Barbara, and then go to a meeting, and then wake up, and it's like, stuff. Ugh. So, and I have so many thoughts, and I have my notes. It's going to be good. I hope it's okay. I just want it to be okay. It will be okay. I hope. Okay, I just have to get on with the rest of it, and then I can't get out of this moment. But I gotta go. It's in my notes. It's all in my notes. I have to rely on that. My notes are safe.